Konnichiwa. So this week sees the 7-year anniversary of me and my fiance getting together. Not for us being engaged, we haven't been engaged all that time. We've been together for 7 years on Valentine's Day. I have to add, it was a complete coincidence that we got together on Valentine's Day. We probably didn't even really realise it was Valentine's Day. We were both single at the time, we didn't really care. But this is what 7 years of being with somebody has taught me about relationships and about him, really. You can't change a person's bad habits. I mean, there are things that still make me go, what? Why would you do that? But you can't change them. And actually, why would you want to change somebody's bad habits? I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of things that are bad habits that I do that he would love to change about me. But the thing is, I guess bad habits become part of the person that you fell in love with. So why on earth would you want to change those bad habits? It takes away part of who they are. Being friends first really does matter. I cannot stress this enough. We were friends for about 5 years before we actually ended up getting together. Probably just over 5 years. We've known each other since 2003 and we were really, really close and we would share everything with each other. And I guess what that did was it meant that even those annoying niggly things, we knew about those when we got together because we were friends. And if we could accept those things as friends, then we could accept those things once we were together. And it's always worked out well for us. So that's what I would really give as a big piece of advice. Be friends first, because then you stay friends once you get together. Leave the past behind. The good thing about being friends with my fiance first was the fact that we both knew the baggage that the other one came with. But if you don't know that person's history, then they don't know yours, then just leave that all in the past. You can't get jealous about ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. There's a reason they're the ex and you're the current partner. Just accept that and try and live in the moment and try and enjoy being with that person. Don't hold their past against them, and they won't do it to you. It's important to let your partner have some space. What happens is every Thursday, usually, my fiance will go out and see his brothers. They'll play a few video games and things like that. It gives me a chance to have some space as well. He also goes off and plays football, usually on a Sunday morning. And again, it gives me a bit of me time. There are things that he likes to do, football, video gaming, blah, blah, blah. There's also things that I really like to do, and that's going for a walk or reading a book or something like that by myself. It's important to have that space, to have that me time as well, and just to be comfortable not being with each other. You don't want to be clingy or overly clingy to your partner. That said, of course, it is important to make time for each other. In this day and age where you've got everything at the touch of a button, you know, you've got your I almost said fartsmone. That would have been weird. Smart phone. Fartsmone. You've got that all the time. And if you just sat there on the sofa next to each other just looking at your phone the entire time, you're not paying attention to each other. You could be living together and yet spend no time together at all. So what we do is we have one night a week where we turn off all our PCs, laptops, mobile phones, things like that, and we just make time for each other. And it could be something as simple as just sitting down watching a movie together, going out for a walk, having a nice meal together. It doesn't have to cost anything, and if you do want to do something, you can always save up and say, okay, we'll have a date night maybe once a month or once a week or whatever, and just make sure that you've got the funding to do that. But it's very important to make sure that you spend time together. So that's just some of the things that I've learned about being in a relationship with someone for the last 7 years. That's just some of my observations, but you might have your own tips. If you've been in a long-term relationship, what is it that makes it work for you? What is it that sort of attracted you to them in the first place, and what is it that you do to try and keep that bond special between you? Let me know in the comments, or you can do the usual Twitter and stuff like that. Details coming up as they always will be from now onwards, and I will see you next time. Sayonara. That's right, go and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm looking forward to it.